Yo, what's good, y'all? What's going on, man? Happy Valentine's Day to all my people out there. I'm about to get this work in. You know what I'm saying? Before I get this work in, I had a quick message for y'all, And that's it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you say, man. It's just how you say it, A lot of people, they be trying to get their point across and people be taking it the wrong way, but if you word it a different way, you can get your point across a lot easier, For example, like my son was on the phone, with his, he's on the phone with his grandparents, and, he's talking to him, he just asked, like, why are you calling? Why are you calling? Grandparents didn't take that the right way. They was like, no, what you mean? I'm calling, I'm just trying to talk to you, why would you say that? They didn't really like that, that's what I'm trying to say. And my son was talking to me about it. And as he talking to me about it, I had to tell him when he was done, I told him, you're wrong. You're wrong, son. You should have, I know him. I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, what's going on? Is something wrong? He's honestly asking. He just want to know, why you calling? What's going on? But I told him, you could have said, what's going on? Or what's wrong? Or everything all right? You know what I'm saying? And you would have got the same point across, but it would have been digested in a better way. You know what I'm saying? So that's one example, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about, when it comes to getting your point across with people, because people so, I don't want to say people so sensitive, it's a bad thing, but so many different people take things so many different ways. Now, if you say it in a more, I want to say, digestible way, and they still take it the wrong way, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? You took the proper steps to make sure they didn't take it the wrong way, so that's on them. But different people take things different ways, so you just gotta try your best to get your point across without offending nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Make sure you got somebody you care about and you love. Man, let their ass know when they're wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tell them when they're wrong. Don't be no yes man. Don't be no yes man. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody like no yes man. The person that you being a yes man to might like it, but that's not what they need. That's a form of enabling. You enabling them. You know what I'm saying? Tell them when they're wrong if you really care about them, you know what I'm saying? There's going to build humility, and it's going to build humbleness in them, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to allow them to be able to step out of themselves and look into themselves and be like, damn, am I wrong? You know, to make them question it. I think that's healthy, But yeah, that was on my mind today, man. But I'm going to catch you in a second, man. We are in this gym. Let's get it.